And I'm rolling. Good evening on this 11th of November 2022, coldest day of the year underway right now. It's 33 degrees outside, and that's expected to be the low tonight. So I just got home after going round and round on a return with fucking UPS. And UPS, by the way, you guys suck. You shouldn't hang up on me if I press a zero. I also talked to the CEO of Flower Mound Orthopedics today, and their system does that. You press zero, it hangs up on you. Motherfuckers, you program this fucker like that, and you're gonna just piss off people to no end. I used to pitch fits with people when they would program like that, and I would never program like that. Sorry, I got some of my supper on my face here. Hope you're doing well. Got all my lights on in here in my home office, and got my iPhone 14 Pro Max fired up, got it on the tripod so that my screen isn't all wiggly. And I finally got it adjusted so my little skinny ass can sit right here. And as I promised, I am blogging about my post-stroke kind of recovery, kind of not. So at any rate, I have an appointment to see the shoulder specialist over at Flower Mound Orthopedics Wednesday afternoon at 1:20, I believe it is. And I'm also doing a thing on Monday with an active release massage therapist here at Austin Ranch. They have a studio here on property. And so it's all of a 2-minute walk to go to the chiropractor here. It's all of a 2-minute walk to go to the massage place. It's all of a 2-minute walk to get my fingernails done, which I had today. And everybody knows me, everybody knows John, home sweet home. So I'm getting better, I'm making progress. I'm back on the testosterone and a couple other goodies. I'm trying to get back on trend because it's so effective. The stuff's a miracle drug. Make you cough if you're taking acetate, but anyway, it's so effective. My preference was always eating it, and if you go out to my Instagram and you look at some of my pictures when I was over at LA Fitness, you'll see what trend out looks like. Or you can go to YouTube and visit people like Matt Gregor or Logan Franklin or any of those people, and you'll see what trend looks like as well. And that's always a popular one. If anybody ever walked up to me and wanted stuff in the gym, it was always trend. As a lot of people did back in the day that I got acquainted with it. Back in the old days, in the late 80s, early 90s, anabolic steroids were not a controlled substance. And all that being said, my dad's a cattle rancher, and that shit we just have sitting around. Or you could go to the vet and say, I want 100 cc's of Winstrol, please, and I want 100 cc's of Trimble, please, and they would just hand it to you, and you could buy it at the store and take it home. At that time, it's what's called a legend drug. And in 1988, 1991, they passed what's called the 1991 Omnibus Drug Bill, which Joe Biden backed, which now he's backtracking on all that criminal stuff he did, the war on crime, etc. So anyway, at that time, despite the advice of the American Heart Association, despite the advice of the American Medical Association, they passed a law making anabolic steroids the same penalties as cocaine and heroin and things like that, which is fucking asinine, people. And there's my favorite F word. I went to my massage there, not my massage, but my nail techs. They both are the worst. They have the filthiest mouth you'll ever hear anywhere in town with two chicks. They're so funny. They always get me laughing. Today, last time I was there, we talked about transvestites. Today, we talked about the multiple meanings of the word fuck. It's a great MP3 that's been floating on the internet since the beginning of the internet. It's pretty funny. The multiple meanings of the word fuck. So here we go. I hope Facebook doesn't ban me for actually saying it to you now. So fuck is a multi-purpose word. And no, I'm not drinking. I'm just giggling because it's just fucking hilarious. You know, so you can say, I like to fuck as in an act. You take an action, which is fucking. And you enjoy fucking. Most human beings do enjoy fucking. And one would say that's because God put you on earth so you could enjoy heaven, procreation. And so it fucking feels good. And me being as gay as a $3 bill, I'm one to tell you that asses aren't just for looking at, they're great to have fun with too. And so back to the word fuck, trying to stay on topic. Back to the word fuck, you know, you can say Shirley's fuck, or, you know, you can dismay, you can use it to express dismay, like, oh man, I'm fucked now. Or you can say, or you got ripped off. I got fucked at the used car lot. Or you can say, well, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Or you can say, he's fucked. Somebody else is having bad luck. So it comes derived from the German word frickin', and it's a multi-purpose word, as I tell you. You know, or you can say stuff like this, that I had to program my replacement in my phone so that it doesn't make Apple iOS does not make spaghetti of it. You know, things like fuck the fucking fuckers. And say it loudly, say it proudly. So fuck the fucking fuckers. I'm gonna make a video even with my fucking skinny neck and my skinny bald head, and even despite that, I'm gonna take my testosterone, I'm gonna go to the gym, and I'm gonna live to be 125. Which is complete and total bullshit. I'm not that fucking nuts. But anyway, so if you're watching, please don't send me compliments. I already know I'm a good looking guy. I already know I used to be built, but I'm down. I was down. I went from 200 pounds to my low point of 137 after I got out of the hospital. I got out on January 28th. I got out of the hospital. I had to learn how to talk and walk again. And if you look real close, you'll see it. I still have a little bit of left side droop right here. It's called left side deficit. And it happens when you have a stroke. The right side of your brain runs the left side of your body. The left side of your brain runs the right side of your body. Opposing hemispheres is called. So I had a bleed right here that they were able to pick up almost immediately with the CAT scan. And once they got that stopped, I quit having brain damage. I laid out here in my kitchen for 14 hours until John had the wonderful people at the fire department break my door down and had it going across the room. Thank you, John. John now has saved my life twice. So he's a guy I hope I know a very long time, and I hope I get to spend a lot of time with him in the coming future. So we decided to accelerate our relationship a little bit, and John told me he was honored, and I'm honored to know John real well. So now I'm going public with that. Jessica knows, Richard knows, John knows, I know, my sisters know. So I'm all excited about moving closer to John and Gypsy and Ruby and the whole gang over here. John has this wonderful dog called Gypsy, and he's out working again tonight as he always does. You know, that's the life of what he does for a living. He works for Southwest. And he gets all over the world, has plenty of money that he stacked away that Southwest match. Years ago, I worked at Southwest in 2011, and that was my first $100,000 a year job. Later, when I retired from NetScout, I was making close to $200,000 a year. And the smartest thing I ever did was I insured my income so I can sit here in my handy dandy shirt that I don't bulge out anymore because I lost so much weight. And I went off on a complete tangent with fucking weight and all that and John. So anyway, I'm looking at getting my shoulder worked on, and I'm not hip about the recovery, and maybe I can get somebody to take care of me. I don't know. Hint, hint. They gonna go get that looked at, gonna get some active release work done, so maybe I'll get some more mobility. Right now, that's as high as I can hold my shoulder, and I'll let you know when I can do it higher. And I've been working on it, and yesterday the chiropractor here, Troy McKinney's his name, his practice is right just not even 500 feet from my front door. So he worked on it, he got it loosened up so I can move it a little further than I could the day before. And I keep working with it. Got to be careful with the weights though, because too much weight, that'll shorten those muscle bellies. It'll make it all much tighter. I don't want to do that. And Dr. Single, the guy who did my shoulders and the guy who did my biceps, he told me, well, we'll just keep shooting cortisone in it until you decide that it hurts too goddamn much. And he didn't use goddamn, but he said until it hurts too much. So anyway, I'm going to go see Dr. Lovinsky on Wednesday afternoon at 1:15. So sorry if you're a thief, that tells you exactly when to come in. And I was talking about UPS and how bad they suck. The UPS guy, he was supposed to be at my house at 3 o'clock. So he shows up at 10 o'clock, dings my doorbell. I'm over having coffee at Cafe Mila. And I answer the doorbell, and he's there talking to himself in front of my doorbell. He says, this isn't the right time. And he just walks off. I didn't talk to him on the doorbell this morning on my Ring, Ring doorbells has got to be one of the coolest inventions around too, huh? That, the phone, and then I got some other really cool shit that I want to tell you about. They're called AirTags. And you know what AirTags are? They look like quadas, to coin a phrase from my buddy from Chicago. They look like quadas. And you stuff them into a little thing, and I can show it to you real quick. Let me run and fetch it real quick. And it's sitting here with my keys, so I'll be right back. So here we go. Not only does my iPhone tell me I left my gym bag somewhere, but it also says I left my keys somewhere. It nags my ass anytime I walk away from any of this stuff. And I have one on my gym bags, both gym bags. I have one on my keys. I have one in my billfold, and of course my AirPods, my my EarPods Pro, they take care of themselves, and my Beats Flex, they take care of themselves as well. So anyway, I'm getting better. I'm trying to get better. I'm excited about evolving my relationship with John, and Brad is just such a pill and all that. As soon as John caught him in his latest act, I told Brad, well, take care, be well. And he immediately blamed me for getting caught with his pants down, literally no clothes, and with his pants down. And of course, John took pictures of it and all the other evidence that was there. And of course, I saw that right away. And but last night, I noticed that Brad was still popping up on my Instagram. So I ended that, because the first thing he did as soon as I knew that John had caught him was he said, you got to find somebody else. And he's always been jealous of John and me. So, but John told me the very first time he met me, he said, you're just the kind of guy I would marry if you were only a big top. And I'm not a big top. I'm just a simple gay guy who likes some nasty sex. Not nasty, I'm not kinky. Not too often anyway. Yeah, not unless I get a bunch of liquor in me and find somebody kinky. But if you're a pervert around weightlifters and decent and pretty people, I want nothing to do with you. That's an advance warning. I always have, it's just kind of the nature of being in a public eye that I do have any number of creeps that approach me for any number of reasons. So anyway, that's what's up tonight on the evening of November 11th, 2022. From Chucky's Meathead Mansion, I'm Chuck Gudgel. Thank you.